All right, everyone. Welcome to today's charting session, no? For once, medyo on time tayo ulit. Thank God, no? Nasunod ko yung schedule ko today, thankfully. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we typically look at either yung mga trending names na listahan. At yung mga trending names sa list, it's usually comprised of stocks na either malaki yung value traded, sila yung mas gumalaw for the day, sila yung minamata ng mga tao, and so on, no? Also, tumatanggap din po tayo ng mga chart requests. So kung meron po kayong mga requests, please feel free to post them in the comments section below. Okay, I promise I do get to all of them eventually. Alright? So, very interesting yung usapan natin today. Maganda yung galaw ng market. So, let's get started with MEDIC, no? As usual, we'll be looking at the 30 minutes chart kasi medyo bago-bago pa rin to. So, I want a bigger picture structurally speaking. Okay? So, ano nga ba nangyayari dito sa MEDIC? For now, as we can see, it is channeling upwards. And of course, that's a good thing, no? Pero we do need to remind ourselves na meron tayong area of previous support right here, where price is currently headed for. So, it's always possible na mauntog tayo around this area, then price rolls over. So, that's something that we need to watch out for if this is something that we like to trade, no? Or kung meron tayong hawak, let's say bumili tayo sa baba or whatever. Okay? Kung nauntog tayo dyan, then what you don't want to see is for price roll over and breaks range low. Kaso, since hindi pa tapos yung structure, hindi ko pa masabi saan yon right now, no? For now, pangsamantala, let's say ayaw natin siya mabasag na beneath 1.10. There's also the possibility na price doesn't even go back all the way hanggang dito sa 1.2. Mag-break tayo beneath tong channel. Okay, possibly even breaking beneath tong 1.10, test it from underneath, roll over, balik tayo sa support natin at 1.04. So, konting-konting ingat lang mga everyone, no? Hindi pa tayo out of the woods. Alright? Ang bullish scenario para sa akin dito is if we can break cleanly above tong 1.2, then that opens up this range here. So that's 1.2 to 1.29. And if we can break above 1.29, ang next potential target natin will be at 1.39 na. Itong range na yung mag-open up. Okay? Next, tignan po natin ang WLCON. Okay? So yung WLCON, unfortunately, nabuo na, no? Nabuo yung head and shoulders pattern na tinitignan natin dito na maliit. We broke beneath tong 29.6 na support. Diba? Etong candle na to medyo lumaban pa eh. We closed above. Next candle, we traded beneath it, tried to move above. Diba? Nauntog, ayaw. Then we rolled over. Tapos, we closed beneath this previous swing low. So now, it looks like price is trying to target tong 27.8 na support. And if mabasag yung 27.8 na support, the range that we'll be looking at is 25.3 hanggang 27.8. If, let's say, price can reclaim 29.6, then baka bumalik tayo sa previous range na to and we might trade within 29.6 to 31.9. But again, depende po yan kung ano itsura if bumakabalik tayo sa area na yan. For now, it's not looking great. Okay? Yes, I understand na it is still trapped within this larger range here. And even though sinasabi ko na nabasag natin tong head and shoulders na to, it's still trapped within the larger range. So, maaari na hanggang dito lang siya sa 27.8 makahanap ng support. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what happens moving forward dito po sa WLCON. Ang bullish scenario for me is if we can break out and retake tong 32 na area. If we can break that, then our next target should be around dito sa high na to, 33.7. And if we can break that, then baka may chance na babalikan natin tong 40. Okay? Although I sincerely doubt na kapag mabasag natin to, biglang bubulusok na lang to sa 40. I'm sure may structure pa yan na mabubuo and so on. Okay? Next, tignan po natin yung IMI. So, IMI has been hot, no, for the past couple of days. Now, I want to spend a bit more time talking about IMI because the last time we discussed tong issue na to, it was around December 10 and that was in this candle, dito sa may purple na bar. Now, before we zoom in, I just want to point out na number one, we were trading within this range for the longest time. Yesterday lang niya nabasag sa candle na to. Okay? So, keep that in mind as we discuss what transpired and what we think could happen next. So, let's zoom in, no? First things first. Dahil nabasag natin tong range na to, tong 9.28 na resistance, that opens up this area here all the way hanggang 9.85 for our next level. Okay, etong level na to, it acted as previous support here, 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 'di ba? Acted as previous resistance here, support there, and so on. Resistance here. So it's a decent level. Hindi naaagulat na kung bumalik man tayo dyan, baka makahanap ng reaction ng price. Okay? However, let's consider yung itsura ng chart. If hahabol pa lang tayo ngayon, parang medyo dehado tayo. Bakit? Because you don't have a good place to put your stop. Okay? Etong mga levels ko, hindi ko pa to ginalaw since December 10. I wanted to move them with you para ma-explain ko bakit napunta ang alin saan. Okay? Now, kung sabihin natin, ang iniisip nyo is, kailangan di lang tayo mag-close beneath 9.28, okay lang. Okay? Pero sobrang tight nung trade. I don't know how good you are. I know a lot of you are better than me. Pero that's very tight regardless of kahit sino pa kayo. Diba? That's a very, very tight trade. I don't feel comfortable with it. Plus, stopping out there would mean that price could come back here dito sa previous level of resistance na to, which is where we will be moving our previous level here. Okay? Oopsie, sorry. It's where we'll be moving this previous level to here. So price could easily trade beneath tong 9.28, kakat tayo, come back here, then we find a bounce para bumalik ng 9.85. So for me, yung pinaka parang cleanest spot to put the stop, yung pinaka tight na, will be somewhere below this minor swing low, no? And medyo malayo siya. So, kunyari, dito yung stop mo, ito yung potential target, it's not worth it. At least not for me. So, kapag hahabol po tayo, siguraduhin lang po natin na pasok yung gusto nating gawin sa kung anumang sistema ang gamit natin para po walang pagsisisi sa huli. Okay? Remember, madalas, mga ganitong type of moves, yung mga very quick moves up, madalas naakain sila pabalik. Or at least yung majority ng move naakain pabalik. So, be extra careful. Okay, ingat sa paghabol, huwag pangunahin ng greed, no? Now, the next level I wanna move is this one. I wanna move it to beneath this swing low here. Okay, bakit yan? Kasi yan yung extreme low. Diba? May mga low tayo dito. Okay, may mga low tayo dyan, low tayo dyan, low tayo dyan. Pero ito yung extreme low. So for me, kahit na mabasag tong mga low na to, alam ko may support pa dito at 8.05. Kung mabasag yung 8.05 to the downside, then we might come back dito sa white zone natin beneath. Okay? Now, yung bullish scenario naman. From here, let's say na mabasag tong 9.85. We still have this white zone, this supply zone above na naghihintay sa atin. Okay? Diyan tayo nagkaroon ng consolidation konti prior to price accelerating to the downside. So, konting ingat lang, even if we break this, maaring mauntog pa rin tayo dyan. Okay, so that's something to watch out for lang in case you're interested in trading IMI. Now, kung meron na kayong IMI, then of course, congratulations, no? Make sure lang to respect your trail stops or to respect your targets. Wag unahin ng greed, 'di ba? Unahin ng prudence para wala sa huli ang pagsisisi, no? Okay. So moving on, let's take a quick look at MEG. Okay. So yung MEG, you may have noticed na since the last time we looked at this, I've adjusted my levels a little bit. Kasi nag-expand na yung range natin. Okay? Yung low end ng range, pinili ko tong level na to kasi ito, potential overshoot. Pero dyan tayo nauntog. It acted as resistance here, support there, support here, no? So for me, that's a decent level. Indicating na baka ito muna, for now, yung trading range ng MEG. Now, medyo malaki siya, so I segmented it. Segmented meaning pinaghiwalay po natin, no? So, I'm looking at it in the sense na if we can break above 3.23, then there's a decent chance that we come back and tag itong 3.43. If however, we come back, mauntog, we roll over, then baka bumalik tayo dito sa 3 pesos na area. Okay? Kung mabasag natin tong 2.99, 3 pesos, then it's likely we come back and revisit tong mga lows na nandito. How deep it goes remains to be seen. For now, we are still stuck within a range similar sa prop natin na sectoral index, no? So if you want to see yung review ko of that chart, you can check out yung mga weekly market overviews natin. In fact, I highly suggest na kahit na trip nyo lang panoorin itong mga daily charting sessions, every now and then, try nyo panoorin din yung mga weekly market overviews because it helps paint a bigger picture to help you guys out na added confluence lang or added confirmation sa mga trade ideas nyo. Okay? And then finally, let's take a look at SPNEC, no? So SPNEC gumalaw today. So far, okay, based dun sa drawing natin, medyo sumunod di ba? Medyo sumunod tayo. Anong nangyari? We broke above tong 1.23, walang retest. We came back and tagged tong 1.3, which we established was resistance. Di ba? We broke out of 1.3, came back. 1.3 held the support, di ba? Sa areas na to. Held the support, then we rolled up from there. And then ngayon, nandito tayo sa next resistance level, which is at 1.4. So today, medyo maayos yung close natin. Nag-close tayo above 1.4. Diba? Nag-close tayo above 1.4, breaking out, quote-unquote, of this range here. Okay? Now, from that, we can assume na yung next potential target natin will be from 1.47, which is tong mga highs na to. Diba? Dito nag-close, dito nag-open, nagkaroon ng minor move up, tapos nag-roll over na. So, maaaring kung mas conservative kayo, around 1.47 up to 1.5. Okay? So, yun yung next na potential target natin. Obviously, kung mabasag natin yung 1.5, then new all-time high na tayo. No? Now, I want to adjust some of my levels sa chart na to. Bakit? Kasi I want to take into account na dito tayo more or less sa area na to nag-breakout. In fact, you can be more precise, if you like, by drawing a area or a zone here para lang mas maliwanag, no? So you can draw an area here, meaning hindi ako magugulat kapag from where we are, magkaroon tayo ng pullback muna, balik dito sa red zone, and if mag-hold yan, saka tayo tumuloy papunta dito sa 1.47 to 1.5 na area. Okay, hindi naagulat yon. That would be a perfectly natural move. In fact, after we broke out in this candle here, we actually retested yung high 1.37 prior to pushing higher. Diba? Dito sa 30 minutes chart. So, di ako magugulat if we pull back, see if we hold dito sa area na to, then start pushing up from there, assuming na ganun yung maging galaw. Okay? So, yun yung bullish scenario natin. Ano ang ayaw nating makita dito sa SPNEC? Ang ayaw kong makita is surprise to roll back down, break beneath tong red zone, test it from underneath, hold, then come back. Kasi kapag gano'n, ang nagiging itsura niya is bumalik na siya dito sa range na to, and yung nangyari dito, magmumukha na lang potential overshoot. Okay? Again, we are just preparing for any and all eventualities dito, no? I am not saying na ito yung mangyayari. In fact, I don't think na mangyayari ito, but it could happen. Pwedeng trap lang yung ganap na breakout. We don't know. Okay? So that's just something to watch out for. Now, kung from there, bumaba, nabasag pa itong 1.3, then we likely come back to this range here, diba? Even all the way dito sa 1.17. Okay, so yun po yung SPNEC, yun po yung analysis natin for that. Now, before we end for today's video, I've been receiving a few questions lang na, bakit yung, kunyari, Stock AP, o kaya MRC, o kaya, I don't know, Monday, or whatever. Okay? Maganda naman yung funda nila. Bakit hindi sila tumataas? Okay? Or rather, bakit sila bumababa? Now, I am never going to imply na pangit ang funda. In fact, maganda na marunong kayong umintindi ng mga fundamental drivers na nagpapagalaw sa market at sa mga gusto nyong stocks, no? And it's also very good to know about yung fundamentals ng company na napupusuan nyo. Siyempre, gusto naman natin na yung mga kumpanya na lalo na we want to invest in long-term are quote-unquote good companies. Okay? However, just because maganda yung kumpanya or maganda yung fundamentals sa isang company, it doesn't mean na obligated na tumaas yung price ng stock nila. There are a lot of factors that play into why price doesn't move in the direction that you want it to move. Diba? Pwedeng priced in na pala yung fundamentals niya. Pwedeng hindi maganda yung current market environment. Diba? Pwedeng mali pala ang pagkaintindi natin doon sa pinaniniwalaan nating fundamental stuff doon sa company na yun, kaya natin siya binili in the first place. Marami, no? Diba? Lalo na kapag kayong the way na you quote-unquote interpret fundamentals is, basta lahat ng magandang news, bago o luma, good yan, dapat tumaas yung price, dapat okay yan, good yan para sa gusto kong stock. Okay? So, at the end of the day, the market is gonna do whatever it wants to do. Wala po tayong say doon. Kahit gaano pa kaganda yung funda, kahit gaano pa kaganda yung technicals, kung ayaw ng market tumaas, hindi talaga tataas yan. Diba? You could argue na, hindi kasi manipulated, whatever. No. While there could be a degree of manipulation in some stocks, for the most part, the market just does what it needs to do. Or rather, what it wants to do. We cannot force certainty into an uncertain environment. Diba? Alam ko, yung mga experts, we usually say na, bilhin mo to, target niya, ganito. Tas after 1 year or 2 years, hindi, okay lang, maganda pa rin yung fundamentals niyan. Because we need to, a lot of us need to hear na, and this sure buy itong ginagawa ko. Sure bet yan, tataas yung pera ko. But that's just not the way it works. Diba? Kasi hindi naman natin alam what's in store for the future. Yes, this company is planning to do X or Y by 2024, 2025, but there's always the chance na hindi matuloy yun. Paano kung kunwari, may COVID-2 pala? Diba? Ibang strain, ibang sakit, hindi natin alam. No one expected COVID, yet it happened. Paano kung kunwari may nangyari sa company na yun? Nahuli nila na nagnanakaw pala yung mga top managers, mga top board members, and so on. We don't know. So there's always a degree of uncertainty in investing or trading. And we need to accept that. If hindi siya acceptable para sa inyo, then it's better na maghanap na lang tayo ng mga sure ball. Kahit na mas maliit yung potential gains, at least sigurado yung kita. Diba? Para hindi kayo na-stress. Alright? So I just wanted to quickly answer that question to get it out of the way. Kasi marami akong natatanggap na ganon sa mga comments, sa mga DMs. So I just wanted to explain it really quickly. Okay? So guys, ito po nagtatapos yung video natin. I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit papano. Okay? And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!